Hi guys, so this is part 3 of All-Star Comics number 4. This is a Justice Society story. So, California, here I come. Those big aviation plants on the coast are my job, to keep spies out of them, and to prevent the designs of our new speedy planes from being stolen. There's the United States' new flying fortress, biggest and fastest bomber ever built. Inside the bomber, motor sputtering. That's not the motor, it's gas. Gas is escaping somewhere. Sleep overtakes the occupants of the plane. The flying fortress, out of control, goes into a power dive, headed for certain destruction. The Hawkman grabs the wing and straightens the plane out of its dive. My belt of ninth metal, which resists the pull of gravity, may save this ship yet. The Hawkman enters the bomber. She's level off now. Wonder why those men... Hey, they're asleep. Gas! They've been gassed! I'll bring the ship down, then find out what doped these men. Far below the ship is a mighty steel cable net, and I can't understand it. The plane started for the net, then zoomed away. Looks to me like a huge bird stopped it. But that's crazy. We're all set to capture the entire plane with its inventor inside it, and now we've been balked again. The men drive away. Just like what's happening in Detroit and New England. Did you hear about it? Yeah, all our agents there were around. Okay, so they're German. Yeah, sorry, I forgot they're Germans. Yes, our agents, they were rounded up by the FBI and a man with strange powers, calling himself Dr. Fate. The flying fortress lands further on. Now, what happened? We were flying a test flight when gas filled the inner compartments, drugging us. I don't know who you are, but you saved our lives. The country can't afford to lose men like yourselves. They searched the plane. A time gas, fixed to operate when the men were in the air. I'll take it along to test. In the meantime, I'll take a look at the place where the ship was supposed to land. I thought so. A net to catch the plane. Spies sure at work here. Shira Sanders, friend to Carter Hall, who is the Hawkman, learns he is on important work. So, a Justice Society meeting, and I'm left out of the fun. Well, we'll see about that. If I can't help him, then I'll take a vacation. California. I always wanted to visit Hollywood. En route to the Golden State. Why, there he is now. Mr. Hawkman himself. Now, how can I attract his attention? Shira seizes a parachute. Stop, miss, you can't. Just watch me, honey. It worked now. Help! Help me, Hawkman! If that isn't Shira, I'll eat my gravity belt. Gosh, the parachute! It won't open! Meanwhile, at spy headquarters. Strange men, one a human bullet, the other being with Quea powers, have broken my strength in the east. You must work fast or else. That was our leader. We stage an armed raid in the aviation plant at once. Come to Papa. I think I'll get my money back on this parachute. I was on my way to Hollywood when I saw you. As long as you're here, you'll do some work. He takes her to the Aviation Research Department. Mr. Finney will allow you to find, if you can, what gas it was that knocked out him and his pilots, using all the equipment of the laboratory. The work of the spies continues. Shoot down the guards, get the plans for the flying fortress, and get away. The attack begins. Some of your men circled the building. Still at work, Shira hears the shots and... Hawk, wake up! I hear shooting! Awakened by Shira, the Hawk rushes to the window. Uh-oh, a raid by armed spies. Swooping down like some gigantic bird, the Hawkman single-handed attacks the gray-shirted spies. A fistful of knuckles is always a good argument. Striking like a cat, the Hawkman routs the panic-stricken spies. Knock, knock! Who's there? The Hawkman! America owes you a debt for this, whoever you are. Skip it. I haven't finished my job yet, but soon I will. I need a little more information. Ah, there's one of the spies now. The Hawkman seizes a fleeing gray shirt. You know, I should make Hawkman sound like Wolverine. Like, I don't know, I find the Justice Society members all kind of have the same voices because they didn't really have many different They don't have different character traits. They're all like all the Golden Age characters, the Golden Age superheroes. Pretty much, they're all the same in character. I find like they say the exact same like quips and stuff. So I don't know. I try to make it different. I try to make them sound different in that. But come here, my obnoxious friend. Leave me alone. Please, help. I'm bringing a confession from him. I know where their district headquarters are now, thanks to this fellow. We'll take care of him in the red. Okay, that sounds bad, actually. I won't do that. How about getting your white riot squad together and rounding up these warlike gray shirts? I'll have my men here in 5 minutes. And just make sure they don't fly the coop. I'll be there. Yeah, it doesn't suit Hawkman very well. That's more like for the Spectre or something like that, but the Gray Shirt headquarters. I can't imagine what's keeping them, unless they ran into trouble. They ought to be back now. They did run into trouble. That trouble was me. An escaped loony. I want to make sure I get in my licks before the police arrive, so here goes. Oh, I went the wrong way. Okay. While the Hawkman wrecks the Gray Shirt's headquarters, Shiera is busy with her research work. This is the most unusual gas I've ever come across. Say, maybe it's a new gas. Gases, Claver gas, invented by Fritz Claver of Toledo. Wonder who he is. Nobody important, I guess. Oh well, I'll call it a night. As Shiera gives up her experiment, police sirens shrill down the street. The police arrive at the spy headquarters. You're a bit late, so I took the liberty of enjoying an argument with these thugs. They're yours now. Here's the Gray Shirt record book, giving the names and addresses of all the members. The Hawkman leaves. I understand he's the Hawkman. A fine example of American manhood, too. And returns to the aviation laboratory. Claver gas, eh? Fritz Claver of Toledo, Ohio. Why, that means Claver must be in on this. I know for a fact the gas is handled exclusively by Claver himself. Shiera found what I wanted, but didn't know it was important. So won't she be peeved when she finds out I've gone after Claver alone, while she was sleeping? And the next one's the Atom. This Tri-State College for my assignment. The dictator nations are sending over boys and girls to spread their doctrines, sending them to colleges. Knowing he must learn of their activities as a student, the Atom becomes shy little Al Pratt. Didn't take me long to become a student, because I am one anyhow. There's a crowd of fellows up ahead. Hey! So you don't think a dictator is good, eh? No, I don't. I believe in the United States, freedom. For that you shall suffer. The dictator nations are great. Smack. Let's beat them up, Hans. Yes, show respect for the fatherland. So that's how they work it. They gang up on a poor fellow and make him see their side of it, or beat him up 10 against 1. Say, you fellows, hold on a minute. Who's that? Look at the crazy costume. Must be some escaped lunatic. You better get away now, buddy. There may be some trouble, and I don't want to have to watch over you and fight too. I couldn't leave you to face these bullies alone. Listen to the little squirts. Let's teach them both a few things. Hey! Talk's cheap. Let's see you do it. Ha, just like playing 10 pins. Why go to Hollywood when you can see such nice stars in college? What a football! Well, that makes 2 Americans those foreigners won't convert. Gee, you sure can fight, mister. Wow, can you handle your dukes? How long has this been going on? Beating up American students. All this fall. They came from Europe, a big batch of them. They spread their doctrines, telling American students how wonderful their fatherland is. So long, buddy. Be seeing you. Goodbye, and thanks a lot. I guess those foreign bullies have learned a lesson, but you can never tell. Al Pratt the Atom is right. Some people never learn. We've got to do something. If Buddy tells all about that one chap beating all of us, we'd be so disgraced, We'd have to go back to the fatherland. What will we do? We've got to beat up somebody else. Make new converts. Not recognizing Al Pratt as the Atom, they decide to pick at him. Here comes another little one. He ought to be easy. Hey, you! You don't like America, do you? You'd rather have a dictator, wouldn't you? Certainly not. I think America is a great country. I like its freedom, liberty of speech and the press, and the chance it gives a man to make something of himself. A fresh guy. Let's give him a good going over. But once again they bitten off more than they can chew. Maybe I'd better do some converting myself. Now I think you're about ready. Start singing God Bless America. God bless America. A little more harmony and feeling, or I go into action again. But that night Al is a visitor. Al, get out of here! Leave college! Those foreign students are after you. They mean to gang up on you. Swell, I've been getting tired of studying. I'm going to go after them, teach them a lesson. You're crazy as a loon, but I'll tell you where you can find them. At the Fatherland Club. On the street, Al quickly becomes the Atom. Fatherland Club, eh? Those fellows certainly have the nerve. I think I can persuade them that the best place for a Fatherland Club is in the Fatherland, not the good old USA. Inside the club. Brothers, hail! It is time to teach these American college boys a lesson by killing that Pratt fellow who dared fight us today. Are we ready to kill him? Yes! You tricky bunch of rats. You'd kill a good American boy as you would a disease-spreading fly. Well, I've got a hunch you won't get that chance. I'm tired of playing around with you. From now on, I mean business. Ready or not, here I come. I feel like a xylophone player. This is the end of the Fatherland Club. If this wooden table leg holds out. But the radio speaks just as he is about to destroy it. Young men of the Fatherland, it is I, Fritz Claver, your leader in America, speaking to you. Well, I'm doggoned. They even getting away with broadcasting the stuff. You must prepare their way for the invasion, but you must act fast, very fast. Strange men with queer powers are working against us. We must stop them. I am gathering our forces at my hideout in Toledo, Ohio. All of you must come here at once. So your hideout. Well, your young men of the Fatherland aren't in any condition to come visit you, so I'll just come instead. But before I come, I'm making sure of this Fatherland stuff. Toledo is only a little way from here. Suppose Claver resides at the Fatherland Club there. I ought to make it in an hour. With his foot pressed to the accelerator, he makes the trip in short order. If this chap Fritz Claver is after America, it's about time somebody had a little chat with him. Golly, looks as though I stepped onto something. Step to the door. One false move we shoot. So you're Fritz Claver. Well, I came to the right spot. So you did. But your information will do you no good, because you are going to die. Well, well, look who's here, Johnny Thunder, and he's sore because he wasn't asked to help the Justice Society in their war on the spies. Some guys are naturally all the luck. Say, you'd think they would ask a guy to help round up that fifth column bunch, but no one ever asked me nothing. Foreign nations threaten USA. Uh-oh, those magic Badesian hex words, say you, which sound like say you. When Johnny utters them, he gains a terrific power for 1 hour. Darn it, I wish I knew if any of the gang were in trouble anyhow. In answer to Johnny's wish, the thunderbolt strikes and exposes. Wham! Hey, the Atom, captured! I wish I was there. I'd show him. Quicker than a wink, Johnny's wish is granted, and he finds himself in Fritz Claver's headquarters. Oh gosh, golly, gee whiz! What do I do now? Another one! Grab him! Hello, Johnny. How the heck did you find this place? I don't know. All of a sudden, whammo, and I'm here. Don't waste time. Shoot them down! Uh-oh. So long, Atom. Been nice seeing you. What was that? Sort of like shooting outside. Do you think maybe it's the others? Huh? Do they know about Claver? The Justice Society has clamped down on all the spy activities in the United States. All the members of these organizations are in custody, all but the one man who's responsible for them, Fritz Claver. We find the Justice Society members closing in about his house in Toledo. Inside the house, gray-shirted guards stand watch. "Hey, they're coming! Some of them run so fast I can hardly see them, and some are flying. Fire! Fire at them!"
"Fools! The hour of retribution is at hand. I command your guns to disappear."
"Oh, the bullets pass right through them! Run, every man for himself!" The Tommy guns disappear, and the spies are held by invisible bonds. I can't move! Oh! The Hawkman and the Hourman attack at the same time. "America, here we come!" The Green Lantern turns the magic ray from his ring on a heavy iron door. "Come on, Sandman, we'll go through here."
"Let me at him."
The Flash hurtles in through a first-floor window. "Mustn't use a gun, Buster. It's not nice." The gray shirts are quickly overpowered, and the Justice Society members converge on the last room in the house. "It's locked. Break it in." The door crashes in, and the Justice Society members confront Fritz Claver, archenemy of all that is clean and decent. "So, it is you men who would destroy what my country has built up for years. The greatest spy and propaganda wing in the world's history. Oh, baby, am I glad to see you guys. Whoopee. Gee, at last." Fritz Claver has an ace up his sleeve. "In this house are complete recordings from every form of espionage activity the dictator nations have ever thought of. Yet, when I push this button, the house, all of you and I, and those records will be blown to bits." And he pushes the button. "Now, all die!" But nothing happens. Dr. Fate walks across the room, holding everything under a magical spell. "You poor human fool. Can you not realize the power of we who have tracked you down? Do you think thus to destroy us? Men who have fought the cause of law and honor in the world, and in the spaces between the worlds. You shall be a stone image until your trial for spying. Your records go with us. Also to show the world that America, always a free democracy, will never stand for dictators and a regimented civilization. It was fun while it lasted. Blasted, I'm almost sorry to see it come to an end." "Me too, but it's for the good of America. And we can always dig up a good battle. The forces of evil never seem to sleep. And now we've got to get this pack of spies to Washington and turn them over to the FBI. Yes, and all the records for evidence. Say, you fellows, you all have terrific powers. Wish you'd give these mugs a scare of their lives by moving into Washington, house and all." Oh, shit, okay. Johnny's magic words causes wish to come true. "Well, I done it again. Here we go." Donnerwetter. Or Donnerwetter, bet that we should have stayed in the fatherland. America is haunted. FBI building, Washington. Green Lantern, what do you have to report? "We've accomplished our mission, sir. If you just come to the window." "Good heavens, man, you've done it. It's amazing. House and all, amazing." Later, after all the prisoners have been turned over to the authorities. "Gentlemen, I just wanted to say you've carried out your assignments perfectly. Your cooperation shows the true American spirit. I'm sure the same spirit exists among all Americans, and with it, we as a nation have nothing to fear from anything or anyone. You're right, Chief. We did our duty for America and democracy, and any other American, given the opportunity, would do the same thing." And next issue, the Justice Society is confronted with a bigger, more exciting problem than before. Once again in the thrilling adventure appears these famous defenders of justice. The Flash, the Sandman, Hawkman, Dr. Fate, the Atom, the Green Lantern, Hourman, and oh yes, we mustn't forget Johnny Thunder. All in another big, complete story from cover to cover. Who is the mysterious Mr. X? No one ever sees him, yet this arch-villain is on almost every page of the May-June issue of All-Star Comics number 5. So, the one thing I want to say about the Justice Society, the retcon that happens later in the 80s, where like they get taken down by the government, like that's the reason they disband. I find that reason really stupid because I mean, if you had superpowered beings in the cold, like in the 1950s in America in the Cold War, you'd want to use this even if you didn't have their identities, because the whole thing was probing into their identities. You wouldn't want them to like, even if they threatened to retire, you wouldn't want them to do that. Um, yeah, I mean, they could easily be used as like against the Soviet Union during the Cold War. They'd probably be weaponizing like metahumans. So I don't know, like the whole thing about them like having like retiring because they have to give up their identities. Like the whole thing should have never happened in that story. But I won't read that story until a long time from now. But I mean, it doesn't make uh, the Justice Society disbanding when it did in like continuity. It doesn't really make any sense. But the explanation for it anyway. But like especially because like in World War II, they're like helping out J. Edgar Hoover and that, like they're helping him out. Like that wouldn't happen if like the Justice Society was in like real life or whatever. Like they'd be weaponized by the U.S. government. They'd pretty much be weaponized, even if they didn't have to reveal their secret identities. Um, like like they could be like if like there's a threat there, like a Soviet threat during the Cold War, they could easily be used even if like they won't reveal their identities. But anyway, if you guys understand what I'm saying, but yeah, it's so anyway. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.